You know what's more reliable than Wi-Fi and more honest than an X? A really good pair of everyday shoes. Yes, they dodo exist. In this video, we're breaking down the best options that don't rub, don't bail on you, and definitely don't require sacrifices in the form of band-aids. There's one thing almost all of us share. At least once, we've bought a pair of shoes that looked gorgeous, right up until we tried walking in them. The first few steps feel like clouds. By step 5, you're suspicious. By step 10, you're negotiating with your feet. Come on, just hang in there, we look amazing. But eventually your feet stop being diplomatic, and there you are, standing on a street corner barefoot, trying to figure out how to get home with whatever dignity you have left. Why does this happen? Because we're still stuck in the style over comfort mindset, even though our feet have been begging us to rethink that for years. But here's the good news. The world has changed. These days you can find shoes that look great and don't try to destroy you. Most people think about comfort way too late, usually around hour 2 of a long walk, when every step sounds like a cry for help. But with a smarter approach, you can avoid this classic side effect of city life. Comfort isn't just the absence of pain. Comfort is freedom, the ability to go anywhere without limiting yourself by distance, weather, or your Band-Aid supply. Honestly, the world is way too big and interesting to be observed from a couch just because your shoes chewed up your heel. The internet is full of people who look like they were born wearing perfectly stylish, perfectly comfortable shoes. Scroll through Instagram, and it feels like everyone but you owns footwear, crafted by both runway gods and orthopedic experts. But real life is simpler. There are a few types of shoes designed from the start to be kind to your feet. They become everyday heroes for fans of classics and trend lovers alike. Think of every walk, every workday, every errand run as a mini workout. Who needs a gym when you're already racking up 6 10K steps? Now imagine doing all that in shoes that pinch, rub, overheat, or slip. That's why by evening, we feel like we've run a marathon without training. Good shoes equal good health, but more importantly, good mood. No one becomes kinder when new shoes are tearing up their feet. No one. When shoes fit right, your stride gets lighter, your step more even, your posture better. People literally start looking more confident, and others can sense it. It's not magic, just physiology. When your body isn't dealing with constant microstress, your brain relaxes, your movements coordinate, and your mood lifts. And here's the best part. Comfortable shoes don't look orthopedic and boring anymore. Brands have mastered the mix of tech materials, cushioned insoles, flexible soles, and stylish design. Shoe shopping can feel like prepping for an exam. One pair feels soft until you put it on a real foot. Another looks comfortable but starts sending warning signals 5 minutes in. We often focus only on looks and forget the basics. A flexible sole, proper support, soft insole, ventilation, and a reasonable width. But it gets easier from here. We'll break down specific models and real situations so you can finally choose shoes intentionally. Not by the principle of, well, they're cute, maybe they won't hurt. There are countless options and not enough time, so we rounded up the most reliable everyday types, the ones that usually win the style versus comfort battle. Every category on this list isn't just a pretty picture. These are shoes built for real life, long walks, work shifts, sudden mall trips, meetups, travel, and those I'll just step out for 5 minutes moments that somehow turn into 3-hour journeys. We're at the start of a big, useful journey, shoe-wise. Now comes the fun part, exploring pairs that can truly become your everyday best friends. So get comfy, take a sip of water, and meet the 5 most comfortable everyday options. If comfortable shoes had Olympic contenders, these 5 categories would be fighting for gold. Each has its own vibe, strengths, and life situations where it really shines. Let's dive in and see what brings the most joy to your feet. Sneakers do 2 crucial things at once. They let you walk all day and not think about your feet. Cushioned insoles, flexible soles, shock absorption, modern silhouettes. Brands have long perfected the art of looking stylish while feeling comfortable. There are pairs for walking, light activity, and pure city life. Their superpower, handling long routes without suffering. Sneakers are grab and go, and most mornings, they're exactly what your hand reaches for. Slip-ons are like sneakers, but without the laces. Slide your foot in, and you're off. Perfect for days when you want something soft and flexible, but not sporty. Good slip-ons hold your foot better than you'd expect. Choose pairs with springy soles and textile uppers, and your walks feel effortless. They go great with jeans, shorts, summer dresses, anything that says sunshine and freedom. Sandals are salvation in the heat, not beach flip-flops, real sandals, with an anatomical footbed, heel support, soft straps, and airflow. You can walk all day without overheating or collecting blisters. The right sandals conquer long distances and even fit semi-dressy outfits if you go for a minimalistic design. Loafers left their strict office reputation ages ago. Now you can find models with flexible soles, cushioned insoles, and soft leather. Loafers are perfect for people who want a polished look without suffering for it. They work with dresses, tailored pants, jeans, even formal outfits, without turning your walk into a challenge. Ballet flats are favorites for anyone who loves lightness and minimalism. Modern pairs have soft insoles, arch support, and flexible soles. Well-chosen flats don't tire your feet and match almost any look, casual, romantic, or business. Ideal for days when sandals feel too open and sneakers too sporty. All these categories share one thing. They're made for life, not photos. Flexibility, cushioning, a supportive insole, secure fit, and universal style. When you choose with your feet, not just your eyes, the advantages become obvious. We've covered the universal everyday 5, but there's another important group. Shoes for specific situations, cooler days, long trips, jam-packed schedules. Some pairs aren't for daily wear, but they save you when the weather acts up, meetings drag on, commutes turn into sprints, or the city suddenly decides to test your endurance. Here are 5 categories that make life warmer, easier, and more comfortable. Lightweight boots are perfect for days when the temperature wavers between still warm and I could really use the heater. These aren't heavy hiking monsters, but soft city boots with cushioning and flexible soles. They keep you warm without feeling like armor and are ideal for transitional seasons and long walks. Chelsea boots are in the tier of look expensive, slip on instantly, wear effortlessly. The elastic side panels add flexibility, and modern versions have light soles and cushioned insoles. Chelseas hold their shape, don't press on the instep, and match anything: jeans, dresses, coats. Sneaker hybrids come in when regular sneakers just can't handle it. Urban adventures, long routes, sightseeing, they thrive on it. They offer support, a non-slip sole, ventilation, reinforced heels, and still look lighter than trekking boots. Closed mules and modern clogs save the day when you need a clean, polished look, but regular shoes feel too formal and sneakers too casual. Soft soles, smooth heel-to-toe transition, and a secure fit let you spend the whole workday without discomfort. Great for office to cafe, meeting room kinds of days. Lined loafers and moccasins are perfect for chilly weather when it's not winter yet. They deliver warmth, softness, support, and stability without weighing you down. In soft leather or suede, your feet feel especially happy. All these pairs work in service of your freedom: warmth where you need it, airflow where it matters, and softness in every step. They handle unpredictable weather, long days, and hectic schedules while staying stylish and current. And now, the most important part: how to choose the perfect pair that feels great from step 1 and lasts a long time. You can know dozens of models, but it's the small details during shopping that determine whether you'll glide through the streets later or curse your shoes by mile 2. Here are simple, practical tips that save money, nerves, and band-aids. The biggest mistake is treating shoes like an art piece. Shoes aren't a painting, they have a job to do. A quick try-on isn't enough. Stand up, walk around, rotate your foot, rise on your toes and heels. Notice how the insole works, whether anything digs into your toes, whether the heel is stable. Some shoes feel good only until the first step. Better to learn that in the store than halfway through a mall. Your feet live their own life. In the morning, they're compact. By evening, they're slightly swollen. The evening mode shows the true fit. So shop in the afternoon or evening to avoid surprises like, "It felt fine this morning, but now it's like someone else bought these." Don't buy shoes that are too snug. When you walk, your toes bend and your foot moves forward. Without a bit of extra room, shoes will squeeze you and lose shape quickly. Ideally, leave 1 or 8 1/4 inch of space. That way the shoes last longer and don't injure your toes. Materials matter. Soft, genuine leather, breathable textiles, good faux leather, flexible soles. These are the foundations of comfort. Stiff materials take forever to break in and rarely adapt to your foot. The upper should be flexible, the sole bend easily. If the shoes feel rigid in the store, they'll feel even worse in real life. Even soft, stylish shoes can be uncomfortable if your foot moves around inside. Good heel and midfoot support are essential, especially for laceless styles like slip-ons, mules, and ballet flats. They should stay securely on without squeezing. And the golden rule, if shoes pinch or rub in the store, 90% of the time it won't go away. There are so many models now that feel good from the first step. Go with what feels comfortable right now. Sometimes we buy beautiful but wildly impractical pairs on impulse. But everyday shoes should match your lifestyle. Walk a lot, go for flexible soles and cushioning, drive a lot, lighter models, stand at work, arch support, move constantly, stable heels. When you choose shoes for your real needs, you're giving yourself a huge gift. Don't forget the details: cushioning, anti-slip elements, clean seams, ventilation. All of it impacts comfort and durability. Comfort isn't a luxury, it's a basic need. When your shoes support your feet instead of sabotaging them, life gets easier. You move more, get less tired, look more confident, and stop counting minutes until you get home. Now you've got a list of models, practical tips, and a clear sense of how the perfect pair should fit. You're fully ready to choose shoes that make every day enjoyable and every walk feel light.